Good morning and welcome to OEC News. Today we're going to be holding a special forum with two experts on human trafficking. We will be talking to Emmanuel Lima, who is a professor and researcher on the humanities at Universidad Nacional. We will also be talking with Alexandra Smith, who is a member on an international foundation. Human trafficking is a form of modern slavery where people profit from the control and exploitation of others. Although slavery is commonly thought to be a thing of the past, reality is that human trafficking still exists today throughout the United States and globally. Welcome and thank you for being here, Emmanuel.
No, thank you for having me here talking about this controversial topic, which is the human trafficking.
Sure. Emmanuel, can you please expand on the idea of the concept or important information related to human trafficking? What is it?
Well, as you were saying before, it involves slavery, but it also involves sex and labor exploitation as well. Sometimes it involves organ harvesting as well.
Okay, yeah, that's a pretty bad situation. Emmanuel, let's move on to this to the following question. Why is it said that there are more human slaves today in the world than ever before in history?
Well, it is estimated that there are 30 million people who are slaves nowadays. The U.S. Department has reported that from 600 to 800,000 slaves are trafficked every day in the world.
Okay. We are almost reaching to the end of this first part. Emmanuel, can you refer or expand a little bit more about sex trafficking, which is a common topic or a topic that is pretty much related for what we see today?
Well, 80% of trafficking involves sex. That's the main target. So, also, we can say that human trafficking has spread AIDS all around the world due to the fact of the prostitution, women having sex without protection, and so on.
Okay, Emmanuel, as a last remark, based on your research and on your experience as a professor, can you mention something about money? What does money have to do here on this issue?
Well, I can tell you that human trafficking generates $30 billion per year. So we can say that it is a very profitable business because the price of a slave is about $90. So let's say a pimp can get 20 times that amount of money since the girl, let's say the victim is already trained to carry out the job.
Thank you, Emmanuel.
You're welcome.
With this part, we conclude the first part of the forum, and we will come back in order to talk to Alexandra Smith. Stay tuned. Have you ever felt that you cannot handle this anymore? Too much stress? Too many projects that you have to do on the university or high school? How can we face or deal with these issues that diminish our condition or our health? Then we're going to take a journey on some interesting tips on how to relax, on how to calm your body, on how to learn how to cope with stress. So follow me. I want you to do this. Every morning, each day, try to take some minutes, 5 or 10 minutes, in order to enjoy nature, in order to sit mindfully and think about how grateful you are in life. So I want you to repeat this. You sit and you take a nice position, a comfortable position, and then you say, breathing in, I calm my body and mind. Breathing out, I smile. Dwelling in the present moment, I know this is the only moment. You can find those tips in my book, Relaxing Techniques by Alonso Cotto. Please, if you feel that you cannot live anymore without this stress on your shoulders, contact the contact info on the website editorial universidad estatal. Thank you. Okay, we are back in order to keep talking about this controversial and really important topic on human trafficking. We have here, as I said before, Alexandra Smith. Okay, let's start with the first question. Okay, we know that you are from an international organization or foundation. I don't know what you're doing, but well, can you please mention some of the initiatives on human trafficking prevention that have been developing throughout the globe? They are not really palpable. I don't see that. So, what can you say about it?
Well, first of all, we're talking about prevention, right? It's important that people understand this phrase, which is be smart, be safe. Why? Because we know that in certain countries or specific communities, poverty is one of the most famous ways of getting into human trafficking. Then we have of course, economical opportunities are the main causes. So, if people are smart, they are even more able to get rid of being a victim.
Okay, so be smart. Oh, okay, Alexandra. It is well documented that the UN is sometimes restricted, or they sometimes neglect, the action they do with these topics and other related topics. Can you provide insight on the UN protocol to prevent, suppress, and punish trafficking in people? How are they gonna do that?
Well, you are telling me this as we haven't worked on it. I mean, we have here the Family Health International since 1991, and we have a foundation in Asia that is somehow responds to clients of underage sex workers. So we have here an international how can I say, like, community that helps. Okay, you cannot be saying that we are not doing anything. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Now, regarding protection, of course, we have to take into account these people's how can I say, psychological problems that they go through. They are also physically affected. Their scars, they talk by themselves. So, it is also part of the protection of our plans. For example, we have the Trafficking Victims Protection Act, which is which has been working since 2011, and this works in a manner that it gives to these victims the T visa, which helps these people to go to the place that they were victims and get information from the specific place. So with this visa they can come back to, let's say in that case, Costa Rica, and they can be like saved.
Okay, well, I really have to make this clear, or maybe to apologize, because sometimes the population, and we feel that there is not much action on this topic, on human trafficking, but I realize that you are really doing a great job.
Yes. I mean, wait a minute, because if you talk to a victim, they can testify of our job, and they can tell you what we are doing. Okay. So it is not that we are just like couch potatoes. You cannot do it. You cannot say it.
Okay, let's move to the next question.
Okay.
Alexandra, as you know, there are reports that human traffickers are associated with international criminal organizations and are therefore highly mobile and really difficult to prosecute. Sometimes members of the local law enforcement agencies are even involved in this lucrative business of illegal exportation and importation of people. Alexandra, from your perspective, from your work and expertise on the international organization, how is it possible to tackle this situation?
Well, things happen. And as you could be a good person here on TV. You could be a bad one in your house. Isn't it real?
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's real. And how can we work on it? Well, we need the cooperation of other countries because we cannot work by, alone. It is not that Costa Rica can exist by itself, but it depends, let's say, of Panama and some other countries. So it could be real. There are people that lie and they are just in order to get money. But here is when we need other countries' help.
Okay, well, that's a really important issue. Sometimes, countries do not get involved or there is not much support. Well, as a last remark, Alexandra, that time is precious on TV. Let's talk about the victims, people. Social stigma and personal emotional scars must be overcome during the process of reintegration. Could you please refer to this and let the audience know how a victim or a person that suffers or has undergone this bad situation of human trafficking, how is it possible to save those people? How is it possible to reintegrate those victims?
Well, yeah, it's really a hard work. It's like the most difficult part. When we have these people in the reintegrational houses, let's call them, we work on them, like providing them opportunities of job, of studying, of being reintegrated not only in society but accepting themselves once that they have gone through this whole process of, let's say, sex trade. It's important for the people to know that in the government of the Philippines, and you can see it here, you can read it here, is assists individuals, not only individually but in groups. They work in these therapies, and we are working not only, let's say, in the States, but in the Philippines. It's very, very strong.
Okay. Well, thank you. We have almost reached the end of this forum. As a last remark or as a last comment, what are your thoughts or your conclusion on this topic?
Okay, yes. I would conclude as simple as that. If you don't know anything, you have to look for it.
Yeah.
Please look for information, and many problems can be avoided.
Exactly. So, with that last comment, we finish this forum, and we hope you have learned something. And you have to keep in mind something really important. You have to raise awareness on this topic. Talk with your family, talk with your community, get organized in order to avoid or to prevent, as Alexandra was telling us, human trafficking. We will see you soon. Goodbye.
She's falling asleep. What can I do? Hey, wake up, baby, hey. Hey, what do you want? Hey, let's go running. Let's do something. Hey.
If your dog is falling asleep, try the new Dog's Chow from Nestlé with its new flavor of chocolate. He or she will enjoy it.
That's what I like of you, baby. Hey, baby, smile. Hey, psst, psst, psst. Oh, babe, hey.
Welcome and good morning. Today we're having a discussion about the cost of living in Costa Rica. It is well known that Costa Rica is one of the most expensive countries in the world to live. The price of gas and whole grains such as rice and beans is extremely high.
Costa Rican people have to pay 4 times what most Americans pay for the same services. Clothing, food, cars, technological devices are almost impossible to get by most Costa Rican people. Costa Rican people have to struggle every day in order to survive. Paying bills is not that easy. There are not enough job opportunities for all of us, and the government doesn't do anything to help us. Prices are increasing and salaries are decreasing. So, what can we do to live in this country? Alonso Cotto, who is a well-known expert in the field of economics, is going to provide the answer. Welcome and thank you, Mr. Cotto.
Sure. Okay, thank you, Emmanuel, for having me. Oh, well, what a difficult question. How to survive with this crazy economy? Well, first, I will give you some sort of suggestions and tips in order to tackle this ever-increasing difficulty of saving time and not knowing what to do. So first, um, check where your money goes. So basically, with this suggestion, I mean that you need to know where to cut back your money. So basically, you will even start a journal in which you keep track of your, the things that you buy, and that will eventually help you to have an idea on your behavior. Then one of the most important things is to set a saving goal. For instance, this saving goal could be an emergency savings account in cases of an emergency. So this will help you to uh, feel free or to feel safe about your economy and your savings. Then, as a third tip, I want you to, well, if it's possible, switch from a gym to exercise in the outside. So this basically will, well, this will give you many benefits. It will save time, you will save money, and most importantly, you will improve yourself. I mean your health. Then, as a last remark, if it's possible, go carless. What I mean by this is that you know that fuel is really expensive in this country, and that cost goes to the goods and services. So that's why we have so inflated prices. So basically, if you can, you need to start biking to your job or even to college. So that will help you improve your economy because you will start saving a lot of money. At the same time, you will improve your health as well. Well, as a last remark, I want you to leave you with this quote that really sums up my idea and the work I've done in the field of economy. So basically, this quote says, "It's good to have money and the things that money can buy, but it's good to check up once in a while and make sure that you haven't lost the things money can't buy." So basically, what is really important here is that the economy is really difficult and it's getting harder. So you need to have strategies, to have some tools in order to tackle this situation and cope with what is present nowadays. So I really hope that these tips and suggestions have helped you, and well, thank you for having me.
Thank you so much, Mr. Cotto, for providing us with this outstanding speech and all your advice. Hopefully, after listening to this speech, Costa Rican people will learn how to spend their money wisely and to survive in this country. Now we are moving with our co-worker Nazaira Nasser, who is making a field research in order to find out which are the prices of the most common products in the diet of Costa Rican people. She will be comparing prices and making some interviews from the central market of Cartago. Hi Nazaira, go ahead. We are all ears for you.
Thank you very much. And now I am here, where things really happen. Today we are going to interview people because they are the ones that really know about this issue and this topic of the cost of living. So here we have, let's look for somebody. Buenos días.
Buenos días.
Disculpe, quería hacerle una entrevista, es para OS Noticias. ¿Qué opina usted del costo de la vida? Espera un momento. I am asking him, what does he think about the cost of life?
Está muy difícil en estos tiempos el costo de la vida.
It's very difficult nowadays.
Aparte de que no hay trabajo, no hay en qué laborar, es muy difícil. Yo que no estudié y la paso muy mal. Estaba recogiendo leña porque no pude pagar la luz este mes. Aparte de que no hay comida, no hay dónde comprarla, no hay dinero, el gobierno no nos ayuda. ¿Qué le puedo decir con respecto a eso? Las grandes empresas se están yendo del país, mucho impuesto. El señor Solís nos prometió más cosas y resulta que no nos está dando lo que nos prometió. No sé, estamos pasando una situación muy mala.
Okay, gracias. Okay, we saw here that people are really, really concerned because they don't have job opportunities, they don't have money, they don't have any opportunity here in Costa Rica. The government is doing absolutely nothing. Okay, so what can we do? So now let's go to a supermarket and let's look for somebody else. Okay, so now we are here to continue with the interviews of people from Cartago. We are now here at Super Los Pinos and we are going to interview the manager. So let's go. Before we interview the manager, because he's a little busy now, we are going to here take a look at the tomatoes, the pineapples. So there is a huge variety. However, people are not even available to buy them. So here we have also so many products to clean your house, to wash your clothes. But they are still here. People cannot buy them. For example, here you can see beverages. Okay, as I promised, here we have the manager of this business. We are going to ask him how are things going with this huge business. ¿Cómo está calle? Muy bien, gracias. Quería preguntarle cómo está el asunto aquí con el negocio. ¿Está la gente viniendo a comprar o se le queda todo?
Últimamente está muy mal todo,
Muy mal.
muy mal.
You see, people are not able to buy anything. Everything is going down. Goods are not even able to buy. So we are now going to look outside for somebody else. Okay, now we have here a little friend of mine. Her name is Genesis. We are going to ask her if her mom is available to buy her some, let's say, ice creams. So, Genesis, ¿tu mamá te puede comprar helados? ¿Por qué? No tiene plata, están muy caros. Gracias, Genesis. You see, people don't even have money to buy an ice cream for kids. So, for OEC News, that's
Thank you, Natira, for that information. Well, the main objective of this edition was to inform Costa Rican people about this never-ending problem that is affecting all of us in a negative way. It is embarrassing that Costa Rica is not a perfect destination to visit anymore, but a perfect place to pay high prices and taxes as well. Tourism is not a profitable business anymore, and thousands of people are losing their jobs. With this information, we are finishing today's edition, hoping that it was clear and fruitful for all of you. Thanks for watching and have a nice day. See you next time.
Okay, human trafficking is a form of modern slavery, where people profit from the exploitation and control of others. Although human trafficking is commonly thought to be a thing of the past, human trafficking still exists today through the United States and globally. Emmanuel, welcome and thank you for being here.
It's Emmanuel, dude. What about the name?
Good morning and thank you. Estamos bien.
¿Alguna vez llama,
No, tenemos una hora, estamos bien, podemos chingar más.
Eso quedó grabado, amigo.
Literal quedó grabado. Ok.
Dirán grabado, estás incógnito. Está bien, solo para
¿Cómo fue? ¿Cómo fue?
Ah, para allá se llama.
Ok. Ok, Nasira, avisa.
Pero para saludos que bajar ciego.
1, 2,
Dos fotos.
3. Ay, no está. 56.
2 minutos.